In this video, we're going to learn how to check for Emirp numbers. Now, the question states that an Emirp number is a number which is prime forwards and backwards. For example, the number 13, right? The number 13 is prime. Also, if we reverse the number, we obtain 31, which is also prime. Therefore, 13 is an Emirp number. We need to check if whether an entered number is Emirp number or not. So the first order of business is taking the input. Now we need to take an integer input as number, right? So int num. All right. Now for the calculation part, we're going to need a few tools which are going to solve our problems. So what all do we need to do? We need to check if the number is prime or not. We need to check for prime, and we need to check whether the number, the original number and the reverse number are both prime or not, right? We need to reverse the number, right? Now pause this video and identify among these tools that which tools are perfectly suited for our problem. Okay? Pause this video and see for yourself which tool you're going to need. I hope you did. I hope you did pause the video. Now, it's quite obvious that for checking prime and for reversing a number, we're going to require check prime. Let's use a contrasting color. We're going to require check prime, and we're going to require the reverse number function. Now, in addition to this, we're also going to require another function, and that's going to be check Emirp. Now, the check Emirp function will be responsible for calling the check prime and the reverse number in order in which it is required. Now, the check Emirp function would take in a number and it would return true or false depending on whether the number is an Emirp number or. So what I'd like you to do is, before I move on or jump on to writing the code, I want you to write or try out the program for yourself. So pause this video. You're always going to have the solution for this problem. But what I want you is to try it out yourself. If you get stuck, you refer to the solution that is there in the video, and then I hope that it will be better for you to understand. Right? So pause this video and give it a try. See whether you can do it yourself or not. Right? So I hope you did try this out for yourself, and if you didn't, no issues. The solution is going to start now. So to do this, we're going to create a new class. The name of that class is going to be gibberish at first, and then we're going to change it. So let's remove everything that's present here. First, we need the scanner class, java.scanner. The name of the class, let's call that Emirp. All right. So we discussed that we're going to require a few tools, right? And the tools are going to be check prime and reverse number. I'm not going to write these tools all over again. I'm just going to copy the tools that I require. The first tool that I require is check prime. Let's copy this. The second tool that I require is reverse number. You see that writing of the program through the help of tools helps us understand code reusability much better. We don't need to remember a lot of things. We just need to remember the tools that we have. We just need to understand these tools better and utilize them for solving our problems. And another function that we discussed is check Emirp. This function will be responsible for calling these functions in order. So boolean check Emirp num. The first thing that we will require is the reverse of the original number. So in rev underscore num, we're going to get the reverse number by calling this function. So we call this function, this method, writing the name of the method, followed by the parameter that we pass it. Num is going to be an Emirp number if rev num and num are both prime numbers, right? So if, now for checking prime number, we're going to use this function, right? So check prime num equals true and check prime rev num equals true. Now, there's one thing that I need to state. You see, the condition is becoming a little big. So this can be reduced further if we remove, let's comment this out, so that you have a sense of both. You can write the same thing by ignoring equals true part. Now, why can we do that? We can do that because you see check prime returns a Boolean value, true or false. There's no point checking whether true is equals to true or true is equals to false. A Boolean value would be evaluated by the logical AND operator, right? So for example, if num is, if you assume num to be 13, then check prime num would return true, would evaluate to true, and check prime rev num is 31, that is also going to evaluate to true. Now, if we substitute the value in this particular uh, condition, then instead of check prime num, we're going to substitute true. Instead of check prime rev num, we're going to substitute true. True and true would eventually end up true, right? There's no point doing this if true equal to true. There's no point in doing this because ultimately what check prime returns is a Boolean value. Hence, writing this is good enough, right? Let's remove these comments. So I suggest that from now on, don't write conditions like this. If it's a Boolean value, you will ignore this because ultimately the result is going to be the same and the condition is going to be shorter. So if this condition is true, then the number is an Emirp number, hence we return true, else we return false. Right? Now from the main method, we're going to take the number as input, the number from the user as input, and call a check Emirp function to determine whether the number is Emirp or not. Like static args. So sort of business is taking off scanner class. Next we're going to create Emirp class. We will take number as input. State. Then we're going to call the check Emirp function to determine whether the number is an Emirp. If obj.check Emirp. Notice one thing, that while calling a method from the main method, we need to precede the method calls with obj dot. That is because the main method, being a static method, cannot call the member methods directly. It requires the help of an object. Whereas the member methods can call other member methods directly, which is why we don't need to precede it with any object here. Vj.check, right? We'll pass in the number num. Now, as I told you before, uh, comparing this with against true is redundant because this is a Boolean value after all. That is true. Name system. It is a number. Else display is not a member. Successfully. Let's run this. So if you enter the name, it is an Emirp number. But if something else, for example, let's say not 5, let's say 17. So 17 is also an Emirp number. Okay. Well, let's see what numbers are Emirp numbers. 17, 71, 7, 73, 23, right? 23 will be an Emirp. Let's try with 23. Okay. That's not an Emirp because the 23 is a prime number. 32 isn't. Hence, 23 is not an Emirp. Okay. See you in the next video. Bye bye.